This is Pete from the EverCanadian, yes, and we're here to talk about why the Evercade ecosystem is just a mega beast for beat-em-up fans. Yes, it is. It has so many beat-em-ups across so many collections. Quality beat-em-ups, obscure beat-em-ups. It's ridiculous how many beat-em-ups you get to play on the Evercade. And why am I talking about beat-em-ups? Well, it's probably in my top 3 genres. It is my top 3 genres of video games. I have sports, I have action RPGs, and I have beat-em-ups. So we're talking about beat-em-ups today. And I love beat-em-ups because those are the games I gravitated towards in the arcade. And one of my favorite games of all time is, of course, a beat-em-up. Some say it started the beat-em-up genre. Not quite, but it was at the birth of the beat-em-up genre. This series, and we all know what we're talking about, Double Dragon. This series in itself was a part of about 3 or 4 games that really started the genre. And you could quibble about what one started it or not, but I think Double Dragon was one that popularized it. And I just love Double Dragon. It is one of the few things in my personal collection of video games that I'm looking for every version of a Double Dragon game. I don't have nearly all of them yet, but I absolutely love Double Dragon. And a lot of these games can be found on the Evercade. A lot of them, which I absolutely love. I got my save states. I can play them. Over and over again. I have multiple different saves. I just love it. But my love of Double Dragon is just, it was the game I got in 1987 on my NES. I was roughly 14 years old, and I was in that part of my life where I just loved watching gang movies and the Warriors, and I was just like, you had a gang of friends, you were just having fun in life, you felt like you were tough, and all that kind of stuff. Of course you weren't, you were a big nerd. I was a big nerd, but I just love Double Dragon. I love the game, and I talk about the NES Double Dragon, not the arcade version. The NES version of Double Dragon, I still claim is the best Double Dragon. One of the, if not best. That and Super Double Dragon are 2 of my favorites from that era of gaming, the bit era of gaming, 8 and 16-bit. But I just love Double Dragon. I love all the games. One of the latest ones come out was Double Dragon 4, kind of a remake, 2017. I've got Neon is a really fantastic version of Double Dragon. They're across the NES, Super Nintendo. He even did a team up with Battletoads Double Dragon, which I love about Battletoads Double Dragon, which I do still need to go get, is the fact that Double Dragon is using the Battletoads engine, which was in a lot of ways a superior fighting engine in some respects, and I just love the fact that you get that moveset. So anyway, Double Dragon, I won't go into this much further, but Double Dragon is on the Evercade, a bunch of them, right? But there's more than that. There's more beat-em-ups out there. And one of my favorite beat-em-ups on the system, what makes the Evercade such a massive, massive beast, they got Ninja Golf. One of the best titles ever for the 7800, the Atari 7800. Most people have never played this, but discovered it on the Evercade. It's freaking amazing. I love that game. It's a golf game and you're beating up stuff. It's just so much fun. Then you got games like River City Ransom is on there. Renegade. Classics in the genre are on there. And then you get a little few more obscure ones, right? Coffee Crisis. I love that game. That game's awesome. And there's almost 30 beat-em-ups on the Evercade. So there's tons to choose from. But Coffee Crisis, indie beat-em-up. For me, I just love it. Fell in love with that game. A lot of people, it's not their cup of tea because some of the hitbox issues, but once you get used to it, it's super fun. Of course, you got bad dudes on there, 2 crude dudes. You've got the classics on there. Now, I'm not going to just gloss over the fact that you're missing Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage is not on this console. Now, if they could figure out with Sega a way to get that franchise, which I pretty much will say here, it's right there with Double Dragon for me. The Streets of Rage franchise. It is one of the most fantastic beat-em-ups I've ever played. All of them. 4, I continue to play all the time. So, but they're not on there. I wish one day, if they're going to put a Sega franchise on there, a Sega Genesis franchise on there, put that one on there. I would absolutely love it if they can do that. But Water Margin, very interesting beat 'em up. The Combat Tribes is on there. There's almost so many. And then, of course, you've got... Okay, guys. Splatterhouse 2 and 3. I mean, never played these games. Never had a chance to play these games. And I got to play them really mostly on the Evercade. And they're fantastic games. Hard as nuts, but fantastic games. And you're getting them without paying a fortune. Of course, if you want to play them on your original consoles, your Mega Drive, your TurboGrafx, have at it. But they're priced, they're pretty expensive, right? And they keep adding them. The Jalico Arcade Collection just put out one beat 'em up on their 64th Street, a detective story, right? So there are games coming. Guardian from the Tau Plan Arcade Collection is coming out. It's kind of a beat 'em up, right? So they keep putting them out. But, I mean, there's still a lot more that I want to see on the Evercade one day. But right now, it is just a mega beast. And beat 'em ups are important to me because it's a lot of nostalgia for me. I love playing those games, but when they're done well, it's awesome. But now getting introduced to games I never owned when I was younger or never got a chance to play is really, really cool. And that's what I love about the Evercade. So if you're into beat 'em ups, the Evercade is an affordable way to have a whole lot of fun across a whole lot of different types of styles of beat 'em ups. Once again, I'm Pete. This has been the EverCanadian. Have an awesome day. Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe, man. It helps. But get in the comments also. Bye.